Hello there, namaste. So I just started watching this documentary on Netflix, and I just saw episode 1, and I normally don't just, pass judgment, but I gotta say, she's absolutely guilty. There's one rule that I basically stand by. Like, I like to believe, like, you listen to the person speak. You want to, like, when I watch the Curry in Cyanide, you never hear the other perspective. It's all just the only perspective that's for the defendant, right? The defendant, that's the term, is her attorney. That was it. Here, oh my gosh, you're getting avenues from every side. It's her family. It's the officers. It's you're going to hear it from her own mouth with how it ended. But the one act that I just couldn't abide by, the second I heard that, I was immediately like, yeah, this woman would absolutely do something awful. So she's basically a mogul, a media mogul, has a ton of money, is well known, and I guess just well known in the community. Let's say that. Not beloved, but well known. And she's being charged with murder 3 years after the murder had been found out. And you find out that apparently the body was discovered like moments after it happened. And I guess the body was just buried and left there. It was bundled up and then buried on the spot where they found it. And it's just like, my head is like, is that how it works when you find an unnamed body and it's too much work? Like like, let's say it looked like a hobo or a vagrant. Let's say it looked like a vagrant. In India, if you find a dead body like that, is it common practice to just bundle it up and bury it where it's at? You don't bring it in, you don't investigate, you don't do any, because that was already, I know there was the strings being pulled because obviously she was wearing makeup. They should point out that she was wearing makeup when all this happened, that she was when she died. So obviously there was something that the officers would have seen and been like, oh, this is a case we need to investigate. But of course it got brushed under the rug, and they don't know who brushed it under the rug because this was a wealthy lady who committed the crime. But the thing that absolutely makes me believe her guilt is not the look she gives you at the end, because they are going to interview her. In the second episode, they're going to interview her. I just got through episode 1. The one thing that made me believe that she's absolutely guilty is the fact that that was her daughter. It was her daughter that she had taken out. And from when it starts, she constantly told everyone that that was her younger sister. And I thought it felt a little strange. It was just like, wait a minute, you're like old enough to be her. That's what I thought when I was watching it. But I'm like, I don't know what. Everyone's agreeing with her. Everyone's agreeing with her. Maybe it was just a late pregnancy or something. And then it turns out that, yes, that's the mother. She gave birth to them and abandoned them at birth. I mean, I understand that there are reasons for people to give up their children. I know it's difficult for real mothers, real parents, when they have to do that because they can't provide for them. But no, she gave them up, abandoned them because she wanted, they would have gotten in the way of her making her career, being able to do what she wanted. And nobody, her next husbands afterwards, didn't know that those were her children. When they met her new real daughter, I say real parentheses, from her second husband, she introduced her firstborn kids as aunt and uncle to her daughter, not sisters. It's just that right there, because I would love to be a father. I would absolutely love to be a father. It's one of those things that has been ingrained in me. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'll be a great uncle. I'll try. I'll try to be a great uncle. But it's just one of those things that is just, the second I heard that she had been lying about that, even though I felt it in the beginning that had to be the case, it outright that they were abandoned is the one thing that was like, yeah, that's a monstrous thing to do. And the fact that everyone was talking about how in India, it's all about the motherland. It's all about how the mother holds things together. It's all about that. And I'm just like, it should be like that for all parents. It's not about just the mother. It's parents. Parents make the family unit, not one. It takes two. It takes two. But that's neither here nor there. But it was just that right there absolutely had me so enraged as I'm watching. I'm just like, how is that possible? But I guess we'll find out. I'm going to watch episode 2. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Obviously, check it out. It's definitely worth it. Oh, because they are going to interview this psychopath. They are going to interview her. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. I'm going to get to episode 2. Toodles.